Pretty woman, don't walk by. I just caught your beauty from the corner of my eye. And typically I'm a pretty shy guy, but I worked up the courage to say hi. So pardon me if I come on strong. Promise I don't mean you no harm. But if it seems that you're not into me, then I'll just spit my piece, then I'm gone. So first off, I gotta know if you got a man. Cause if you do, that really puts a dent in my plan. I hope he understands that I'ma do what I gotta do just to come through and end up right next to you. So let me know if you with it or what. Cause having you in my life, girl, is a must. I know it's a rush decision, but I gotta know if this is love or lust. Baby, I was starting to wonder if I could get your name and number. Cause there's got to be some type of chemistry between you and me. Baby,
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the CJ Show. I'm Jonah.
I'm Cobie.
And today we're going to be talking some football.
So the Jets, we're going to talk about the Jets first and just how the season's going. Best defense in the league, but we've basically only scored field goals this year with Zach Wilson at quarterback. Terrible job. Bills game was horrendous. Finally, after the whole season, Coach Saleh decided to bench him and move him to the third string. Hopefully the offense can get going against the Dolphins this Friday, but, we'll see what happens. Best defense in the league, though.
I mean, let's just say we're wasting talent here. We have easily the best defense in the league, as Cobie just mentioned, but we do have a terrible quarterback in Zach Wilson. I mean, second pick in the draft, and he's done nothing for us.
Jermaine Johnson has had an excellent second season. We snagged him late in the first round last year, and he produced last year, but not close to expected. But now he's probably one of our best defenders we have.
Easily.
And let's hope the Jets can make a push going into the playoffs, so Jets fans can get what they want and see Aaron Rodgers finally play for the Jets, as he is expected to come back early December.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, if the Jets want any chance of making it far in these playoffs or even making it to the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers has to come back, and that's just the bottom line. We can't. There's no way that we're making it with Tim Boyle all the way to the wild card game. We have to go a perfect season for the rest of the season, and it starts this week with the Dolphins. And if Tim Boyle hopefully comes out there and Brees can carry us and we can get that defense back up and running, but without Aaron Rodgers coming back in the next few weeks, I don't see any hope for this team.
But we do see hope for this team if they could get this push going. We have, wouldn't say the easiest, also would not say the hardest schedule coming up. But, I mean, if these guys could win a couple more games, get themselves just in the hunt, we may be able to see Aaron Rodgers perform and make this team have a run in the playoffs.
Yep.
Jonah, let's get to playoff predictions.
Yes, let's do.
Let's do, Jonah, you can go first with them. Let's see what you got going.
All right, I'm going to start off with my AFC predictions. I've got the Ravens. The Ravens are a dominant powerhouse. Their defense with their rookie Zay Flowers at wide receiver, I mean, they're just a dominant team now, and I see them easily making it to the playoffs and winning their division. I've also got the Chiefs. The Chiefs, they've got playoff experience. They've got Travis Kelce. They've got Patrick Mahomes. This team is easily going to make it to the playoffs and win their division. Next up, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. If Trevor Lawrence keeps up what he did last week and keeps on giving the ball to Calvin Ridley, I see this team making it far. And finally, winning off the AFC East, I have the Buffalo Bills. If Josh Allen gives the ball to Stephon Diggs and they can make touchdowns like what we just saw, I see them also making it far. Next up, I'm going to do my NFC predictions. First up, I've got the Eagles. I mean, there's not much to say about this team. They're just a powerhouse. They are a dominant team. Next up, I have the Lions, and wow, Cobie. This Lions team, what nobody could have expected what we've seen this season. They're producing such good plays this season with their coaching staff, and David Montgomery's been killing it, and I see them going far. Next up, we have the 49ers. Once again, dominant defense. With the new addition of Chase, this team's going to be really good. And finally, to round it off, we have the Saints. You know what? In the beginning of the season, I had my doubts, but Chris Olave has been killing it this season, along with Derek Carr, and I think this team will win their division. And yeah, those are my AFC and NFC prediction and division winners.
What about your wild cards?
My wild cards, I'll start it off with the AFC wild cards. I've got the Chargers. I think they're going to do really well this season. I think that they will get a couple more wins just to sneak into that spot. As well as I have the Steelers. Once again, defensive powerhouse. TJ Watt bringing it this season. I mean, this whole team, although they're a little iffy with their quarterback, I think they're still making it. And finally, to round it off, I have the New York Jets. If Aaron Rodgers comes back this season, and he comes back with at least 4 more weeks left in the season, this New York Jets team will go far, and they will make it to the playoffs. And then for my NFC wild cards, I have the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. I've got the Vikings with Justin Jefferson just coming back, and Josh Dobbs. Well, where did he come from? And finally, the Seahawks. And there you go. Those are my AFC and NFC predictions.
All right, now we can get into my playoff predictions. And I have, for the AFC West, I have the Chiefs in the 1 seed. And this team, I mean, they're the Chiefs. They've been what they've been. They have Taylor Swift on their back now. All the Swifties going with them. You know, Travis Kelce trying to impress the ladies, like always. Then I got, for the North, I got the Ravens. I mean, Lamar Jackson is doing Lamar Jackson things. This offense is spectacular. Defense is very good. But, you know, I have this team going far, and I think they are a powerhouse. Next, South, Texans. You know, this is maybe the first Ohio State quarterback in a long time that has been a stud. C.J. Stroud is breaking expectations. His draft stock dropped because of his test scores and IQ. But, I mean, look at him now, and look at all these teams regretting passing up on him. This guy is, I mean, he's in the MVP run, and he's a rookie. He's a stud. Then for the AFC East, I have the Dolphins. The Dolphins have one of the flashiest offenses in the league. They have to get their defense settled a little bit. Jalen Ramsey's coming back. You know, he has 2 interceptions already. But, I mean, their offense is so dominant with Tyreek Hill that, I mean, I think that they can make a run, and they just have to beat some better teams going into it. For my NFC, I have, of course, the Eagles winning the East. Jalen Hurts, I mean, phenomenal. Offensive line, I mean, no one ever looks at an offensive line and like just is amazed by it. But I mean, this Eagles offensive line, I mean, they're amazing. I can't say the least. The tush push, everything. Then I have the Lions. The Lions, you know, Detroit haven't been good. Last year got themselves going, but I mean, this year Aiden Hutchinson, stud. Defense is good. Offense is good. Everything's working out for them. I mean, I'm excited to see what this team could do. Next, I have, for the West, the 49ers. CMC, I mean, that's all the team is. CMC and that defense. That is the second best defense in the league, obviously behind the Jets, but that defense is spectacular. The add-on of Chase Young, I mean, how did that even happen? This team is looking to make an amazing playoff run.
And what about your wild cards?
I have the Buccaneers still.
Oh, you still, my bad. That's my apologies, Cobie. That's my apologies.
The Buccaneers. I mean, you know, the NFC South, they haven't been the most talented in a long time, but it's a little easier to win out of every division. But I think the Buccaneers are going to take it home this year. But, I mean, it's not a talented division, but we'll see. Now, with my wild cards.
Let's get into it.
For the AFC wild cards, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are an amazing team. They have a great defense, Saxonville, and Trevor Lawrence is doing Trevor Lawrence things. His Clemson self is coming out. He's looking confident. He's throwing the ball well. I think this team is going to do good. Next, I have the Browns. The Browns are They have a great defense. They're showing what they could do, and I'm loving it. And it's a fun team to watch after they've been bad for a long time too. And then next, the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to come back, and this team is going to make a push.
Yes,
and they're going to be
good.
good.
Yep.
For my NFC wildcards, I have the Cowboys. Cowboys, I mean, they're the Cowboys, America's team. Dak Prescott looking good. Everything's looking good. I don't think they're going to be able to win their division, but I think they will be able to get a wild card. CeeDee Lamb's a stud. Then I have the Vikings, Josh Dobbs, coming from NASA. All these teams, he's magic. I don't know what else to say. He is a magical man. And then, last but not least, I have the Seahawks. The Seahawks are good. They're doing what they need to do. And, there's nothing else to say. They're just an okay team that is going to do good. But I don't know if they're going to make a push. But, that's how it is. Jonah, so now let's talk about our brackets we filled up here.
The big games. I think we've said what we have to do. I mean, a big thing in both of our brackets, I would say, is we have the Jets going far. I think that if Aaron Rodgers comes back, I can't say this more enough. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, he's going to feed that ball to Garrett Wilson. The whole team's going to be feeling great, and I see them making it far. And I see them having an upset against the Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs. And I see them making it all the way to the AFC Championship. Not yet to the Super Bowl, because I have the Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers in my Super Bowl. And I'll just say right here, I have the Baltimore Ravens winning the Super Bowl this year in Las Vegas, going out to drink that night. They are going to win this Super Bowl. And it's going to be a great game, and they're going to go party that night and do some gambling in Vegas, and I wish I could be there. What about you?
So, mine's looking a little different. I do have the Chiefs going pretty far. I have them there, but, I have the Jets going to the Super Bowl. And, I have the Eagles versus the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. I have the 49ers taking that home, and I have the Jets taking home the AFC East. Or AFC, not East. But, the 49ers. I think the Jets are going to have a miracle run with Aaron Rodgers. That guy's a stud. But this 49ers team is going to manhandle the Jets offense. I have the 49ers winning the Super Bowl this year.
And that's pretty much it for the CJ show. We hope to see you at the end of the season, maybe. See if we're right. But, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you.